3 biggest mentalism secrets exposed. Mentalism is a much newer type of magic than most of the other forms of magic tricks out there, but it's also one of the most impressive. These days just about everyone has seen a rabbit being pulled out of a hat or someone successfully guessing the card that they picked out of a deck, but something that most people have never seen is mentalism magic, and when they first do it completely blows them away. This is because mentalism gives the illusion that the mentalist can really read someone's mind, and it's almost scary when someone first witnesses an illusion of this type because it seems downright impossible and as if someone is actually inside of their head. But really, mentalism is just a clever science that revolves around understanding human behavior and predicting different outcomes to mimic the act of reading somebody's mind. Mentalism became extremely popular more recently thanks to mental magicians like Derren Brown, who have performed incredible mentalism tricks on television, but it's still left most people wondering, just how on earth did he do that? Well, now we can reveal to you the 3 biggest mentalism secrets out there to give you some insight into how these tricks really work. Secret number 1: watch their lips. A mentalist will often tell someone in their audience to think of a word or item and to repeat it over and over again. Then as the mentalist rambles on about something or other and the person is saying that word in their head repeatedly, they'll actually very slightly move their lips in the way that the word that they are thinking of is said without actually saying it, and all without ever realizing it. If the mentalist is observant, they can pick up on this and guess the word or item that the person is thinking of. The best way is to focus on picking up the first and last letters of the word, after which it becomes relatively easy to fill in the middle and successfully guess the word. Secret number 2: misdirection is everything. By far one of the best ways to convince somebody that you are reading their thoughts and are a true mentalist is to plant a thought into their mind so that you know full well what it is, and this can be done through misdirection. Misdirecting is when you, through words and body language, get the subject to subconsciously focus on something so that when you ask them to think of something, that is what they think of. For example, if you subtly work a word in several times into your routine, such as watch, and then quickly glance at your watch as you are doing the routine and do this in the right way, then if you go to ask that person to think of an accessory, they will almost always think of a watch. Furthermore, that person will think that they thought of it and that you had nothing to do with it. Basically, this works because people are much more suggestible than they would realize or often like to admit. Secret number 3: fish for information. A great way to extract information from a subject is by fishing for. Fishing for information is done by saying broad and general statements that seem to the subject as if you have somehow read their mind, when really it could apply to almost anything or anyone. For example, many mentalists will say something along the lines of, "I'm seeing the number 19 really strongly. Does this mean something to someone?" to their audience, and sure enough, somebody will have a connection with that number in some way and step forward, after which you can fish for more information until you have seemingly read their mind. Discover the secret that master mentalists use to mystify their audiences. If you're ready to uncover exactly how the top mentalists around blow their audiences' minds, then read furthermore on description area below this video.